the final build video of my rephased Yamaha XS650. So this is it now. After a 3-year time frame, I took a 1979 XS Special, and the mission was to transform it into something else. And I always had the vision of having something in my mind of like a piece of rolling art where it looked really nice overall, like a 1960s style, but with high performance behind it as well. And I wanted to have a bike where every component on it was done to a really high standard, so it was a little showpiece all in itself. That was kind of like the thought pattern behind this whole build. So I'm really pleased with the end result. I'm really pleased with how the bike looks and everything functions on it. It's a bit strange doing a end of build video because after 3 years there's so many emotions, so many things that have been done and designed and altered. There's a lot to think about when you come to the end of a big project like this. But I'm really happy with the way it looks. I always knew the bike was going to be piano black, and I'm so glad I decided to go with that scheme because I think it just suits the mood of the whole build. So what I'll do in this video, I'll take you over there and I'll go from the front of the bike to the back of the bike, and I'll just go, I'll do like an overview of, what's been done and just what components are there. So it'll just give you a nice sort of tie-in from front to back. So yeah, we'll go over there now and we'll go through it. So starting from the front of the bike, I'll work my way from the rims backwards. So I'm running the Takasago XL rims. This one is a 2.5 by 18 inch and it's running a 110 by 18 tyre. The rear is a 4.25 running a 150 by 17 tyre. And they are all laced to billet aluminium hubs. We've got the Brembo brakes. So titanium brake calipers mounted to the billet aluminium adapter plates. And they're mounted to the original 35mm forks. So these forks have Racetech internals, so they've got Racetech springs, progressive springs. Actually, I don't think they are progressive. There's Racetech springs with the emulator, and it's got the modified dampening rod. So these are all aluminium brushed, and it gives a really nice finish. And then we've got the modified shrouds to finish them off. I just think it gives it a really nice classical look from the front. Really pleased with them. And I went with the smaller headlight. There was a choice of 2 headlights. There was one that was quite big, not quite big, probably normal size, and there was a slightly smaller one. So this one just gives it a bit more of a minimalist look, I think, really. That's what I was going for. I didn't want it to be sticking out too much either. I think it kind of just blends in with the front end quite nicely. Got the custom bottom mount here, the thermoform top mount there, standard modified bottom yoke, very thick billet aluminium top yoke. So if we move around to the controls, so on the top, or the cockpit as I like to call it, we've got the preload adjusters for the front forks, and they're billet aluminium. We've got the Brembo hydraulic master, and then the Brembo hydraulic master for the front brake. running a Daytona Valona 80 RPM gauge. And it just creates a really nice minimalist look. Got some custom little reservoirs that I did. Again, keeping it all minimalist as possible. These are 2-inch riser clip-ons, so you get the benefit of clip-ons, so you don't have any clutter on top, but you get the benefit of the rise, so it's nice and comfy to ride as well. It is a really, really nice riding position. I'll try and just show you how that sits. So you can see it's not too underneath like the race clip-ons. It's just a real nice compromise. So all the wiring for the actual switches is internal, and then it comes out here, and all this is sheathed, so it's enclosed, the PVC stuff that comes with most bikes out of the factory. So it's not any it's not like the stuff that's got all little holes in it or dust gathers. This is proper factory spec sheathing. Got a lovely billet aluminium starter button, and that's the off button as well. That's the horn. Left indicator, right indicator, and headlights. And that's what you need. As you can see, it just looks really, really nice and minimalist. So moving on to the tank. The tank is an original new old stock 1979 tank that had a pop-up flush fit cap fitted. So this is billet aluminium, and this just pops up, and then when you're done, it just pops down, and it just creates a really nice sleek look on top. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful. All this pinstripe and the Yamaha is all painted on. So if you was to rub your hand over that, you can't feel anything. It's not a decal or anything. So like I say, this tank is a brand new tank from America, and I had modified to a lot of people's despair. But the whole point of doing that is I wanted a tank that when I had all the work done, there wasn't any hidden gremlins or leaks or anything like that, which there isn't. I've learnt my lessons with tanks in the past. And this is also this tank is also nickel plated inside, so it will never go rusty. So I had it nickel plated inside, and then the outside was all finished off properly. And the actual original badge where that was all there before, that's all been silver soldered filled, not filled with filler. So this will never sink. This is essentially one piece of metal now. Same for the top. When that was all fabbed in, it was all finished off with silver solder and smoothed off. So that is a proper professional job, and it's a very nice tank. Right onto the engine. So it's a 744 rephased engine. It's fully tuned. Everything is brand new in it. All the internals. If you've watched the engine build videos, you'll know exactly what this has got in. I mean, what an engine, it really is. I called it the noisy Rolex watch, and that was what I wanted. I wanted it to look like a Rolex watch with all the nice all the nice materials on it, hand brushed aluminium finishes, like all on the cases. All of these fins hand finished off, all aluminium brushed. It's got all nice fixings that I've used on it, the billet aluminium fasteners and all sorts. Power wise, I mean, it's fast. It's a very fast engine. I think probably if I said anywhere between 65 to 73 horsepower, that's where my wrist dyno would put at it. And I've ridden a lot of bikes. It's a really torquey motor. It's got massive low down torque from 1,000 revs. I mean, you just wouldn't believe how torquey this is. You wind the throttle on and it just goes, and then it gets to about 4,000 revs or 4,500 revs. Around that point, I've not given it too much, it's still running in, and the cam starts coming on, and what an engine. It is unbelievable. So yeah, it's everything's brand new in it. It got vapor blasted, thoroughly cleaned out. It actually got rebuilt twice because I wanted to adjust. I actually did change the ceramic pistons for different pistons that were non-ceramic coated, and obviously it had all run and been ran about 4 times before that. And when I stripped it down, everything was as it should, and it was really nice. So when I rebuilt it with the modified Wiserco pistons with non-ceramic coat, I was confident everything was fine, and I've checked it over ever since, and it's been absolutely brilliant. It really is a nice piece of for me, that's probably one of the nicest looking motorbike engines, or it can be made to look one of the nicest just because of the layout. It's almost like wearing its crown jewels up top, all its bling, and then it's just got a lovely, if you take care to finish the barrels off like I have with the aluminium brushing, it can really make this engine look like a piece of art. It's absolutely beautiful. The exhaust is stainless steel. It's running torque converters because they are 45mm, so it's quite a big quite a big diameter. So I'll put those in just to see how it'd run for starters, and it runs fine. It's got a custom outlet here, stainless steel. It's all been pie cut and then TIG welded. Absolutely beautiful job. So if I need to put a silencer on, I can do. It's an option then. And I've done it as like a side exit exhaust on each side. I'll flip that down. It's kind of like a gap just here, almost where the frame finishes and the swing arm starts, and that exhaust just sits. It just sitted perfectly there. It reminds me of like a AC Cobra style exit. I mean, and who doesn't like one of those? And that's what I wanted to go for. There's the Frando hydraulic clutch. All the cables and whatever else goes up the backbone of the frame. Again, just like the front of the bike, all the wiring goes underneath. You know, so it's all there. Again, you'll see on the cabling on the electric video, if you watch that, you'll see how everything's routed. Got all my outlets for the carburetors underneath, so they're all neatly run. Well, I could spend hours on just the engine or any part of this bike alone, explaining in great detail to how much I went, to how much trouble I went to on each component on this bike, and it was a lot of detail, a lot of attention to detail was spent on this build. Again, titanium fasteners everywhere. There's the name of the bike. We can get it in focus. Piano Black. That's what it's known as. So this is known as the Piano Black Yamaha 744. So I've got my 34 Mikuni flat slides. Like I say, I could spend hours just on that engine alone, going over the spec and what was done to it. But essentially, everything was renewed. It's brand new internally, and cleaned and smoothed and blueprinted. You name it, it was done. Then it was. I researched for months and months. An engine alone took about a year to do after researching and building. So yeah, essentially brand new and fully tuned, fully sorted engine. So the ignition on this is keyless, so it's an NFC ignition. And then we've got the handmade seat. So again, I thermoformed. It's in one of my videos where I explained what I was doing with this seat. The base is completely custom, thermoformed out of thermoplastic. So what I wanted to achieve, I wanted to get this bit here wrapping around the tank. So when you stand back, it looks like that seat belongs to that tank, which it does now. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted it to look like. So again, all hand sculptured by me to get exactly the shape that I wanted. Sorry to everyone if I'm boring at this point, but with my monotone voice, I'm just trying to think of what I've done to this bike. We'll just get the angle down here so you can see the seat's got a shape to it. A nice shape that kind of flowed on from the tank. So once I sculptured that, I then designed this basic design on top, and then had somebody do the covering for me out of black Italian Napa leather. So that's all nice, real Italian leather. And then I went for the perforation on top, this slight, I can't think what they're called now, the slight ribbon effect. Not too deep because it just didn't look right. So the slight ribbon effects, perforated leather on top, and then the non-perforated leather around the outside. So I was really pleased with the tank. I was really pleased with the seat, the way that turned out. It's just a really nice piece. Right, moving around to the back of the bike. So I don't think I've put too much, that many photos of the back of the bike. I'll start with the swing arm, or the swinging arm. So the swing arm is widened and braced. If I just show you the bracing from this side as well. So I've got the bracing this side. I haven't got it the other side because I wanted that to be free for the chain maintenance, or it's just easier it not being there, to be honest. I've still got some, you know, this still braces it here, and then you've got two braces running. I don't think I'll see it. There's just one there that you can see coming down there, so you're still getting some bracing effect on this side as well. This swing arm will be a lot stiffer than standard. It's all got the upgraded needle roller system in it. I think I'm right in saying that. Can't remember what it's called now. All the upgraded bearings. But yeah, so essentially the swing arm was wider. The original swing arm was widened, then braced up. It's got a new one-piece tube at the front where the bearings mount, so it's all done properly. It was all jigged, so we know it's all straight. So when you come to doing your adjustment on your wheels, on your rear wheel, everything is the same each side. I'm running the rear sets. So the riding position of this bike is not aggressive at all. It's kind of a nice combination of slight cafe racer / traditional. So we've got everything all here, all dialed in, really, really nice and smooth. And obviously you've got the folding up pegs before you put the sheet on, they don't stick out. I'll just come round here, got the rear mudguard again. All custom. It was a bought mudguard off another bike, Harley Davidson I believe actually, and then it was I completely altered the shape of it to match the bike, to match the frame. So when you look at it from the side, the idea was, if I just come down here, all of this is completely hand done. And then this shape follows the contour of the Ohlins rear shock, and then down here obviously this shape follows the frame. So when you look at it from the side, it just is there, it just blends in, it just seems to just be floating, which is pretty much what it is, because it's mounted just up there on what I'd probably call like I suppose it's a central mount, again all custom made. It took hours, it took a long time to get all this looking right, but it achieved that mudguard to sit there without any visible mounts. Got the Ohlins rear shocks. I didn't go for the adjustables on top because I just don't like the way the adjusters stick up, and also when I come down here you can see how the mudguard follows the contour, and it just looks a lot more neater with those rear shocks on. Got the billet aluminium rear hub, which is absolutely lovely piece on this bike. Obviously it's got all custom spacers. I mean, there's so many custom bits on this bike. You know, it kind of, I forget a lot of I forget about how many custom bits are on this bike, or how many bits we modified heavily to make work and to look better. And you know, there's just so much that went into this. So the rear mudguard, it's got the Yamaha logo just here. Again, all paint, no decals. It's got the custom tail tidy. So we're running the smallest indicators in the world, literally, on this bike. They're from Germany. And then we've got the really nice rear light on this bike. Again, minimalist. So when you look from the back, it's just a nice minimalist look. And then we've got the Cobra style exhaust just peeking out either side. I mean, it just looks fantastic, doesn't it? In my opinion, anyway. And then we've got the 150 wide rear tyre to finish it all off. So rear brake, again Brembo, and then it's mounted onto the billet aluminium mount. And then I've got a custom brace bar that I made, or that we had made. I've got an engineer down the road, luckily, and I designed a lot of the bits and kind of planned it all, and then he'd turn things out for me. So this is all custom. Even the adjuster nuts are completely custom. Again, Brembo in the titanium colour to match the front. The rear brake master cylinder, Brembo as well. It's black this time, so it all blends in. The idea was with these footrests was just so when you look back, even being this close, they just blend in to the bike and give it a bit of a not a standard look, but a factory finish look, which is what I wanted. So I think that is about it really for the front to back overview. I mean, like I say, I could spend hours and hours just going over all of the components on this, but that hopefully is give a nice brief overview. I'll just show you the lights on this. So again, keyless ignition, that turns it on. Then the rear light with the number plate light integrated into that tail tidy as well. And the indicators, all the lights and indicators are really bright on this because I wanted the bike to be safe and functional. I hope that gave a really good overview and a close-up of this bike, just so you can appreciate the work that's gone into the individual components and just the overall look of the build that I've done. And thank you to everyone that's followed the videos of the whole build for the past 3 years. I know it took me ages, forever. Like this video is probably 6 months later than what I wanted, but you know how things are. Life takes over. I wanted to make sure the engine was running and everything was fine before I did the final build video. So yeah, cheers everyone for following. The sound clips, I've got some sound clips of how the engine sounds. If I've not put them in already, I might put them in at the start of the video. The sound of this is unbelievable. I can't describe how how ferocious this engine sounds, especially when you're going down the street, and those Cobra style exit exhausts, as I call them, echoing off every single house down the road is unbelievable. And when I park it up, everyone, I mean, everyone just seems to gravitate towards it when it's parked anywhere. I mean, it's only been parked in a few places where I've let the engine cool down during the running in process. So I'll have some videos maybe in the future, some proper decent videos of the bike running. I might put in a clip of a video of what my dad sent me, but I'll have a think about that because it's a little bit grainy. So yeah, that's it. That's kind of like, this will be the final video on the bike, apart from any others that I upload in the future. So yeah, it's been quite an incredible journey over 3 years. A lot involved, a lot more involved than what I thought. Definitely underestimated the amount of work or the amount of detail that I wanted to go into. It kind of took over everything. But I'm pleased that I've created something that doesn't exist anywhere else in the world. It's completely unique. And I'm, you know, I couldn't be more pleased with it, to be honest. So I do get asked quite a lot, what am I going to do with it? Am I going to keep it? Will I put it up for sale or make it available? I've not quite decided yet. The only thing that makes me question whether I should keep it is purely because around here where I live, the roads do not do it justice. I might make it available to somebody if they want it in their collection, and it goes to somewhere that it's looked after, it's put on show, or it's there to be appreciated within a collection of bikes, or as an individual bike. But that would be a decision that I'd have to make. But at the moment, I just want to reflect on the build now it's done, because it was never built to sell. It was always built to be a reflection of me. I wanted to challenge myself to how far I could take my ability into every single component on the bike and the overall look, and that's what I did. You know, I really did put my absolute all into every single piece, and hopefully you'll agree, and that comes across in the video. So, but yeah, on a whole, massively happy. It sounds like a beast, it goes like a beast, and I think I've nailed the look of it to what I wanted. So yeah, okay, cheers guys, take care, and I might see you soon in future videos.